Yo, yo, yo. What's good? What's good? It's Stormybman, and I am back. Welcoming you to the post-fight show with Stormybman Dezurn versus Marshall for the Undisputed Super Middleweight title, which took place today, Saturday, July 1st, from the UK. Listen, the fight just wrapped up. Savannah Marshall wins a majority decision to become the new undisputed super middleweight champion of the world. Cruz Dezurn fought the best type of fight that she could fight for herself, but there were a lot of close rounds. There was a lot of grappling and just not a lot of boxing. And when there was boxing, there was enough space and separation for Marshall to get the benefit of the judges, which we knew would be the case going in, because they made certain to bring another undisputed opportunity to the UK for Savannah, seeing that she can't go outside the UK. We do have to say that she cannot go outside the UK. Those belts will stay over there until she loses to someone, because she cannot travel outside the UK. And that's a whole nother story within itself. But hats off to Marshall, where they found the right climate and opportunity to hang more trinkets around the waist of this newly crowned champion. Salute to Franchon Cruz Dezurn. She took the bulk of the promotion and put it upon her shoulders, and also did something that would have been against my advisement. She sang the national anthem of the United States in the ring before the first bell. I would have not elected for her to do that. If she wanted to perform that, she could have made a recording and they could have played it on the Jumbotron. But that's another story that we can get into. I don't mind talking about that, because I believe when a fighter is in the ring to fight before the first bell, all preparation for the day leading up to the ring walk and before the first bell, your fighter needs to be focused on their task at hand and not even be concerned with anything outside of the first bell and going to work. We're seeing fighters do too much these days, and trainers don't put their foot down. And the trainer has to be able to put the foot down, but also explained under circumstances why you put your foot down regarding certain things. A lot of people don't know the side note of Tommy Hearn's preparation before entering the ring with Marvin Hagler. One of the entourage from the camp was giving Tommy Hearns a leg massage before the fight in the dressing room. And Emmanuel Stewart came in. I guess he might have been over watching Hagler get his hands wrapped or something like that. But he came in and saw this and was livid. He was absolutely furious, throwing everyone out of the dressing room, because a leg massage is one of the last things a fighter needs before a fight. You shouldn't do it at all, because a fighter needs all of his firmness, and to make the legs massage, they make them weak, and you're not standing on solid foundation. You're relaxed, and a fighter needs all of that tension going into a fight, especially a big fight against Marvin Hagler. It's no excuse. It's just an explanation of things that went on during that event. And a lot of people don't know that Emmanuel did tell the story a few times himself. And some people may say, oh, that didn't have anything to do with Tommy losing or whatever. Or maybe it did. There were a couple of times in that fight where you saw in that first round that Tommy's legs did buckle, and not necessarily from Hagler's punches, but like he was stepping back and his legs were just kind of like, a little weak. Maybe the massage had an impact, maybe it didn't. But hindsight being 2020, Emmanuel always felt that was something that, had he been around, it would not have ever taken place. So here we are to talk the post-fight for Cruz Dezurn versus Marshall. We'll keep this one a little short. The undercard was very anticlimactic, so I won't go into that too much, but I will talk about the main event that just ended. Allow me to go to the chat real quick to see who are the people that we got in the building. Welcome everybody. Jose Diaz is out there saying salute from Miami, Florida. Ratchet since 91 is out there. Royal Constrictor is out there saying greetings, Sensei. Keep bringing the heat. Curtis Price, my brother, is out there. Right on 1000. Amen. Jared 011 Green is in the house saying what up, family. ATX Big Cletus is out there. What's good with you, Cletus? Healer the teacher in the building. What's good? Sylvestrio 2011 is out there. What's good? He says, why? Jay is saying, why did Marsha or her team think they can dictate anything to Clarissa? Hey, man. He also says, Sylvester says, I had it even, Stormy B. How you had it? I'll get to that in a moment. Jay says Barry Hunter would have shut that down completely. Seen and unseen boxing in the building saying salute OG Stormy B, man, and salute to the chat right back at you. Jay says, you have to be focused. You can die in the ring. Absolutely. Judah Ben Israel's out there saying, get Ben Whitaker out of here. Laugh out loud. I agree with you 1,000%. Judah Ben, get him out of I never want to see him again. Ever. You hear me? Shower Al is in the building. Salute to you. She says, salute to the sensei and chat. Shabbat Shalom. Oh, yeah. Jay says the leg massage. There you go. Mental Bull Hotep says, I agree 1,000. Salute to you, Stormy. She shouldn't have sung anything. Yeah. And like I said, she could have performed that. She could have performed it on a recording, and they could have played it on the Jumbotron. Nothing wrong with her singing. She could sing 10 times better than most people that they bring out to sing national anthems. So I didn't mind that. Just didn't want her singing it before she fights. Healer says, salute to everybody. Seen and Unseen says, he was livid about the leg massage. Yes, he was. He tells that story. He told that story many times. Shaw was out there saying, blessings and much love at Healer the teacher. James Galbraith says, salute Stormy. Votes UK back saying, Whitaker tries too hard to entertain. Evening, Sensei. Right back at you, bro. Man, Whitaker can get out of here, man. He could get the hell out of here. I don't ever want to see that kid again. Unless he learns what's important in boxing. And that's boxing. And not all those sideshow antics and all of that. He can get out of here with that foolishness, man. Where is the... I know we got another event taking place. The Big Baby thing. Right? And that's on regular ESPN. I'm going to put it on my monitor here in the background. I know the card has started there already. So that's why I will be making this a quick one here. We got Jahad Tucker in there in the first fight. And it's in round 6 of 8. So let me go on with this Cruz, Dezurn, and Marshall event. Listen, people. Franchon won the first round. Handily, I felt. But the first quarter of the fight, which would have been the first 3 rounds, including the 4th round, Franchon did too much grappling. She did a lot of physical pulling and pushing on Savannah, where that made her fatigued, but it also took her out of her own fight plan. She was not putting punches together enough. She was not putting hands on Savannah enough. She had the power to hurt Savannah because I saw her hit solid shots on a few occasions during the fight, but also smothered her shots where she couldn't follow anything up in combination. She didn't work behind the jab. She didn't step into her shots. And she didn't double up on anything, any of the things that Clarissa did very well. And Franchon does not have to be Clarissa. But Clarissa used a tremendous fight plan that would give you a blueprint on what would be difficult for Marshall. Now, the fact that all of that grappling early on, it comes back to harm you. Even if you're in the most best shape of your life, because it's not a one-way tug of war. You might be physically handling the other party at one point, but they also can gauge when you begin to get a little tired. And if you look at from rounds like 5 or 6 through the distance, Franchon was starting to be handled that way by Marshall. And even went to the canvas a couple of times. See, that's why all that physicality, you don't need to operate like that. When you're in close to your opponent, you're supposed to keep your hands, your guard, in a position where you can release punches in combination against your opponent. The whole idea is to be able to protect yourself at all times, but to also be able to be prepared to unleash your fight, your punches at all times. To be prepared to let your hands go. And again, that sapped Franchon of that. And I had a feeling that that was going to happen as I watched the fight. I didn't like it, didn't like what I was seeing. But the master mentor over there, Sugar Hill Stewart, should have been able to tell her those things. He should have been able to reiterate the significance. And of course, I don't think he did. Maybe he was spending too much time in the Fury camp. Yeah, I said it, but you're over there with Franchon too. Yeah, and he was giving her water too, wasn't he? Yeah, I said it. I said it. Let me step back for a moment from my microphone and let you all think about what I just said. Think about it before you comment. Think about it before you type. Think about it before you get angry. Think about it. I bet you won't see Sugar Hill in Clarissa Shields' corner. Yeah. Anyway, I had it. Going into the 10th round, I said Franchon needed to win the 10th round to get a draw. That's what I had. So I have her winning Marshall by a round. But it could have been more because there were close rounds. And it was already a runaway simply because they were in her home court, her home backyard. And that's where I have another problem with Sugar Hill, since he's working in Franchon's corner, right? And he's over there and he knows those people. Did he ever speak to her with the type of urgency to let her know that you're in this woman's hometown? They will take this from you. They will not give you anything. You have to earn it. You have to take it. When the bell rang for the first round, you were no longer the world champion. You had to fight for your championship, and you didn't do that. All that hugging and mugging didn't acquire any points. It amounted to no points for you because you didn't let your hands go. You didn't work her body. You didn't go to her head in combination. You pulled and pushed and you guys grappled and everything. This is not the PLA. My criticism is that too many fighters do not understand and recognize when you have to make adjustments. And these shit trainers that are out here today don't even seem to understand how you have to change when something is not freaking working. You have to find a way. These people in another country aren't gonna give you a damn thing. Nothing. As I said, when the bell for the first round rang, you were no longer the world champion. They had already anointed her as champion. She was the champ. That's why they had you come over there. That talk that you gave on the gloves are off was wonderful. But it don't mean a damn thing when you don't back the talk up with your actions. You should have been in there upside Savannah Marshall's head just like Clarissa did. Clarissa told us that she had got hit in the head by a big punch by Marshall in like the 5th round and fought the rest of the fight, couldn't see out of her right eye. But you couldn't even tell because she was hitting that girl 4 or 5 times more than the 1-2 punches that she was throwing. I never lie about this. And I don't have a dog in the fight. But I will always tell you the truth about it. And I'm speaking with more damn passion about it than Sugar Hill did. And he's over there getting paid off of that woman's purse and not doing his freaking job. And he's living off of Emmanuel Stewart's name and reputation. The world is a shitty place. I could hear Clarissa over the crowd yelling from where she was seated. Get that jab going. Let's go, Franchon. You gotta fight. You gotta work. She's yelling, telling her what she needs to hear. But Sugar Hill is all in her purse. Where's the passion? Where's the teaching? Where's the motivation? Where? I am not lying when I say these things. One thing that won't be tolerated at my channel is someone trying to ridicule. If you guys didn't learn that earlier from my stream that I did with Laws D, you're going to learn it from me. You understand? And you can create as many accounts as you want to. But I'll tell you this, you're going to get my fucking views up. That's what you're going to do. And shower, we don't time out here. We throw them out over here. And because I figured somebody would opt to do a timeout, I've already thrown out. Both feet deep in his ass. He gone. He got to create another account to come back around these parts. And he won't make the replay. Salute to my brother Laws D, Punch Out TV out there in the super chat. He says, salute, good brother. It was a good fight. I enjoyed it, OG. Great chop up today, brother. Yes, sir. 100. Right back at you, Laws D. And as I told you, this was a 50-50 fight. Did I not say that, Laws D? I said it. No, Shower. If there's anybody that needs to get out over here, they get out. No timeouts. I don't believe in timeouts because I don't soft touch here. I don't slap the hand or the wrist. A person is entitled to express their views and everything. But when you come over here and you try to ridicule like that, I'm smart enough to know what's the difference. I went immediately to the channel. No subs or anything. A newly created account. That's a troll. And you know what I do with trolls. I don't have time for that. It takes away from the positive thing that I do here, which is real boxing talk here. So he gone, and he can create a new account and come back and give me one more view. But as soon as he says the wrong thing, guess where he'll be? Sleeping with the fishes. Yeah. Big Dose, what's good? Franchon lost her title in a majority decision. No knockdowns, too much wrestling, and Savannah won with landing the more clean and effective blows. Franchon was outmatched in that area because she spent too much time grappling and trying to show physicality early on. The best way she could have shown her physicality was to put them damn big ass heavy hitting punches that she got on Mount Marshall. When she hit her clean in the first round, Marshall had a look in her eye like, ooh, yeah, I saw it. And Sugar Hill was supposed to see that too. But like I said, we don't worry about Sugar Hill because Sugar Hill's a double agent, y'all. He's a double agent. You can't go over there and mess with them who have no tolerance for us over here and then come back and work the corner of one of us over here, over there. You can't see the foolishness behind that? Why didn't Franchon ask for John David Jackson? Why? So, after not being able to put together a decent rally where clean and effective punches would turn the tide for her, Franchon was at the mercy of the judges. In a hostile environment that would not give her much consideration. Now, there was one judge who had it a draw. Interesting, because I said she needed the 10th round, which she did not win, to make a draw on my card. So that judge was merciful. I'd like to find out who that judge was. Winston Lee, no, did you hear what I just said, brother? Damn Barry Hunter. John David Jackson coaches Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields had a victory over Savannah Marshall. Clarissa Shields has sparred and worked in the gym with Franchon Dezurn. Do you see the connection I'm trying to make here? And the single most opposition. Let's put it like this. Earlier in the week, Sugar Hill was over there in the Champs Camp, a gym. And they were showing him around. He was, they was greeting him around and everything. But remember, he works with the Furies. He's in their camp. He is not going to put his all into Franchon Dezurn beating their godchild in Savannah Marshall. You don't see the conflict of interest here. Open your freaking eyes. Stormybman be putting the truth out there and you freaking people won't even freaking listen. Votes UK. Where is Paul Wallace from? That judge. Where is he from? What country? Yeah, Laws D. You see, I told you I pay attention, Laws D. I told you when we were on together earlier, right? And we were talking about the movie Snatch and everything. I told you I pay attention, brother. Just because I don't speak on everything don't mean I don't know a few things and aren't aware of a few things. And AB is asking, Sugar Hill seems to be at odds with John Fury nowadays, though. So is he still close with them? You bet your ass he is. Why do you think that they're at odds? That's a ploy. A ploy. Because there's nefarious dealings that have gone down that they all are associated with. This is what criminals do. How many times does somebody gotta scold you? You get arrested, your buddy get arrested. The cops is asking, is this your friend? I don't know him, but y'all were walking together. He was asking me what time it was. You have to put on the front, just like they put on the front when they do good cop, bad cop on your ass when you sitting in that detaining room. Okay, Votes UK. Okay. I'll check it out when they get the stats up. I'll go on BoxRec and figure it out, because that's important to know. Because that fight wasn't that close, but if that judge had it, a draw like that, either that judge is heavy American or fair. And that's something to be considered. Salute to Dontre Thomas, who just subscribed to the channel. Welcome to the Stormy B Man family. Okay, he's from Maryland. Okay. Richard Philpott, what's good with you? He says you're doing a great job, Stormy. Am I now? Why am I seeing you just now for the first time? My chat's been open for months. But you think I'm doing a great job? Okay. We'll see. We'll see how much support you give me. Or will you be pulling that dagger out that I'm aware that everybody keeps on them? But I ain't worried about the daggers. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about daggers. Yep, Stormy, don't worry about the daggers. D21519, where you been? Where you been? I mean, damn. Huh? I ain't seen you in I don't know how long. Good to see you. See, that's an example of me paying attention who shows up and who does not. Huh? Prime example right there. Yeah. What's good with you, Shay girl? Good day to you, sweetie. Mangus Allen, nothing would surprise me about a traitor like Sugar Hill. He has no spine. No spine. Yeah. But Franchon could have done some things in this fight to bring these rounds closer. She could have went in and started banging the body. She could have, instead of grappling and looking to grab and push on Marshall, she could have kept her arms tight, close to her vest, and step over and hook and dig to the body and come back up top, or go up top and come back to the body and shift her weight and go the other way. And sometimes when you go down low on one side, on the other side you come up top. Sometimes when you come up top on one side, you come down low on the other side. It's something that is taught in the old essence of boxing technique that you don't see these trainers of today showing people. There are fighters who will do this naturally because it feels right. But when you're taught to do it, like Earl Spence Jr. is taught to do that, it becomes something that is impressive because it's something that is practiced, and it's an applied science. A show I had a Tuesday tussle about applied sciences in boxing, and a fighter is able to do these things. Even when the fighter's trying to wrap you up and grab you and tie you up, if you're keeping your arms close to your body where they can't get up under your elbows and grapple up under there, if you keeping it close, you can shoulder them off and give them that little bit of movement and push and pull and get those shots off. That's what I thought I was going to see from Franchon, but she didn't do it, and I now believe that she doesn't know how to do it. So her toolbox is incomplete. As soon as Savannah realized from mid-range to distance, I got her. Because she tried to go in and be physical with Franchon, but Savannah realized Franchon was stronger. Yeah, I said it. Franchon was stronger. But just because someone is stronger doesn't mean that they know how to use their strength. Huh? One of the reasons you guys better watch Earl Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford's fight very closely. Yeah. But see, these are the kind of things that someone like Sugar Hill should have been able to figure out in the midst of the fight. But when you're a double agent, maybe you don't give your all. I saw a lot of things tonight that parlayed into the reason that I called it a 50-50 fight. If it were on American soil, this probably would have been a draw for Franchon. She would not have lost her titles. But fighting over in hostile territory, outside of your country, you have to do something special. You can't just go and say, I'll win a decision. Like I said, that bell rang for the first round. She was no longer the champion of the world. And she did not fight like that. She did not. Richard Philpott. My nickname is the Sensei. Do you think that I am unaware of that? Well, let me hit you with a little fact here. Champions win at home and on the road. True champions, tried and tested. The Chicago Bulls won 6 titles, 3 at home, 3 on the road. How about that? How about that? A lot of people don't think about that when it comes down to those Bulls teams that won those NBA titles. 3 at home, 3 on the road. And a couple of them, they didn't have home court advantage. But I digress. I only hope that Franchon came out of this in a better economic position, because this was basically her ransoming her belts, because Marshall cannot fight outside the UK. She can't come to the US. Nor can her head trainer, Peter Fury. So like I said, those titles will remain over there until someone defeats her or she gives them up. And whomever goes over there to challenge will now have to wait and play the game of, will they be sabotaged? Will their living circumstances, dining circumstances, eating and drinking circumstances be compromised? Because it happens. You are not the A side, and you'll have to kiss the backside. And those are not pleasant places to be when you're challenging for a title, especially for someone who can't and won't leave their home ground. So this card that's on ESPN now for Martin and Anderson. He's got his second bout going on. We'll see. I don't know these two young men that are fighting in the 6th rounder, McCreary and Julio. Yeah, Laws D, absolutely. World champions travel, man. That's why I respect Devin Haney so much. You know, I respect Clarissa. You know, Deontay is willing, but he's no longer a world champion. But at the same time, there are guys in the division that just won't face the man. The best of the fighters traveled because traveling gives you an opportunity to block out the white noise, where you can focus in on what your job and task is at hand. And fighters need that from time to time. Yeah. So look here, I'm going to get ready to get up out of here so we can return to these ESPN events. I definitely want to be ready for the main event. And I look forward to coming back a little later after the main event for the second part 2 post-fight show, Anderson versus Martin. So, you know, with that being said, you know, this is what we're going to do. Salute to my brother, Focus Ball. We're going to show Focus Ball commercial for his product.
Get ready to take your striking game to the next level with the Focus Ball. Dramatically improved footwork, timing, head movement, hand-eye coordination, reflex, and overall fight IQ. It's lightweight and extremely portable, so you can train every time, everywhere. When you don't have a coach to do mitt work, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a heavy bag to hit, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a sparring partner, get yourself a Focus Ball. And when you just want to have fun punching and kicking, get a Focus Ball. When you train with the Focus Ball, you train your eyes and your brain to read punches so that you can hit and not get hit, making this very simple device a must-have for all combat sports athletes and enthusiasts alike. So if you want to take your striking game to the next level, don't wait. Get the Focus Ball now.
You see, Shower? That's not so hard, is it? In fact, it feel kind of good sometime, don't it? Yeah, it do. Admit it. Healer, what's good with you, brother? Let me remind you, no timeouts. Just get the hell out. So no timeouts. But he gone. So he'll have to create another account and come back and kiss the ring, huh? But not the ring on my finger, huh? The ring that goes around my toilet bowl, because that's where his mouth needs to be. Yeah. But I want to say shout out to the mighty LDBC. You guys go out there and check out these fights that are coming up. And for the trolls, y'all know what to do, huh? You got to make a new account and come on back and get my fucking views up. Yeah. But this is Stormy B, man. Peace. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. And we'll be back later after the main event. Yeah.